I drink coffee. This talk is dedicated to our lovely student, Mr. Yahya. Again, it's from this lovely book offered by that lovely woman. As Chomsky put it once, as the title of one of his books, language, nature, origin, and use. So you have structuralism, you have philology, and sociolinguistics. We'll see how this applies to the English language. So this talk is entitled The Structure of English. But before that, we have a story of a student who went to London. He arrived in London in the railway station. He started speaking to people, trying to find his way, but no one understood him. And he came to the conclusion that in England, each man speaks a different language. The English understand each other, but I don't understand them. Do they speak English? Well, it shows you that English, or any other language for that matter, is not a homogeneous unity. It's different things, you know. Now, as far as origins is concerned, there are thousands of languages in the world, subhanallah, but they're grouped into families, the most famous of which is the Germanic family, to which the English language belongs, and the Celtic kind, Mila Forza, the Romance, French, Spanish, Portuguese, etc., Hamito-Semitic, Arabic, Hebrew, etc. And now, the Germanic language is related to most European languages, even to Indian languages, from Iceland to India, Indo-European languages as defined by de Saussure. Now, as far as the structure of English proper, pur et dur, is concerned, okay, my Gluba has stopped. Never mind. Never mind a bit about that. You have the IP, a very interesting technique, the International Phonetic Alphabet, and the 7 keywords that I suggest are the key to the proper pronunciation of English, which are these: fish, pen, hat, sun, box, book, Lipton. They will help you pronounce words correctly. So if you consider the paradigm, pit, pet, pat, pot, put, you change the meaning as you change the phonetics, and the keyword is found in these 7 words I have just. Of course, you have English besides the vowels. It has the consonants. It has 24 consonants, and these consonants are divided into 2 groups, voiced and voiceless. So this gives you the difference between bid and pit. So, the English language has got many varieties, dialects, registers, and pronunciations. The RP I spoke about, that is received pronunciation, or Queen's English, or after Elizabeth has passed away, maybe you should call it the King's English, is the standard English pronunciation. It's primarily spoken in the southwest of England, in Kent. But you have also many varieties such as Tyneside, Cockney, Birmingham, Cockney dies to say, like Cat Stevens would say, Yusuf Islam. Tyneside. Tyne is a river in the north of England, and people tend to pronounce the English words as they are spelt. So money, love, honey are pronounced money, love, honey. Well, the main clear-cut difference is found between received pronunciation, RP, and American English pronunciation, known as GA, General American. So you have things like I wanna win, I'm not gonna go. So small Steve used to answer his mother when she said, on Sunday, Anthony will go to church, and he would say, I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna go. So, but he would go eventually. So you have RP and GA. This is the most, well, the GA is known like, you have in God we trust, the Americans, in God we trust. They have this tendency of opening them out, you know. And again, you have the English suprasegmentals. What does suprasegmental mean? It means stress and pitch. That is the difference between convict and convict. One is a verb, one is a noun because of the shift of the stress. Where do you put it? In the first or second syllable? Okay, what else can we say? Intonation. Suppose there is an argument in a couple between husband and wife. Excuse me to have another sip. The husband says, we mustn't forget to invite the Watsons. And the wife will answer, but we always invite the Watsons. What's wrong with inviting the Watsons? Well, there's nothing wrong with inviting the Watsons. Do you mean there is nothing wrong with inviting the Watsons? It's dedicated to Khalid Touzani. May his soul rest in peace, rahimahullah. And then you have the philology, the origins of language. Sometimes when you go back to Chaucer's English, for instance, it sounds more like German than modern English. Now, English phonotactics, what does that mean? You have CVs, that is syllables, and the tendency in American is to go to the natural CV structure, so they would say SANA, consonant, vowel. Now, English morphology, so you have like joy, which is a noun, enjoy, a verb, enjoyable, an adjective, happy and happy and happily. Many people are being killed right now. In morphology, you have inflection, affixation, and compounding. In inflection, you have like cats, dogs, houses. You inflect the end of the word with the plural marker. In affixation, as I said, unhappily, happy and happy and happily. Compounding, the most famous is football, the new opium of the people, or gentleman, greenhouse, time consuming, or time serving. Now I move to English syntax with my tutor, Professor Griffiths, rest in peace, very kind person. He said that the aim is that you should get to know how English sentences are put together, the structured syntax. You should introduce or remind yourself to some technical terms which are used by the linguists. Well, usually the linguists and the syntacticians in particular like to use trees, like Big Max shouted fiercely, right? Or one even more elaborate, a very much wiser whale followed the minnows, like this one, right? Now, what can be said? Well, we can move very quickly if you don't mind. Of course, you have a process of embedding. You could say the man is waiting for the bus, the old man is waiting for the bus, the old man in the corner is waiting for the bus, and so on and so forth. Now let's just move to some interesting and famous English quotation. In God we trust, written on the dollar. Honor thy father and thy mother, that is your, in Old English. Honor thy father and thy mother so that your life may prosper. Must be Mardat al-Walidin. This is in the King James Version of the Bible. The foxes have holes and the birds on the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath nowhere to lay his head. This is Jesus speaking about himself and calling himself the Son of Man. And he's even a homeless man. He has nowhere to lay his head. And again, he teaches his followers by saying, let tomorrow worry about itself. Don't think too much about what is going to happen to you tomorrow. It will take care of itself. And the most famous English quotation by Shakespeare, to be or not to be, that is the question. Kai Mila Forja.